I am here with the true Cyber Dragon God. No, I still love you, no. Alright, anyways, what is your name?
My name's Austin.
Okay, yep, I knew that. And let's just get right into your Cyber Dragon.
Yeah. So I've been playing the deck forever, but this is pure Cyber Dragon. This is nothing else, absolutely pure. So the first thing is, of course, your 3 Cybers.
I'm just gonna like turn this around casually.
Oh yeah. So you got your 3 Cybers.
Of course.
Pretty standard. Your 3 core. This is probably the best normal summon in the deck.
Yep.
Combos and everything. You have so many things to search now, it's pretty dumb. The 3 Hers.
This card is so good.
This card is probably the best new piece of support we have now, because it lets you just recycle stuff. So it's like when you have, after you go into like a Galaxy play or anything like that, you can just like pick a core back up from the grave or something, and it lets you just keep going into the deck again, which you weren't really able to do before. I play 2 Dry, just because this is, like I said, this is pure.
Okay. So do you really like this card though?
Yeah, so the reason why is because you have some other combo plays. So like the first one is like I play 1 Veer, I'll put that in there. So like if you like summon Dry and activate his effect, you can chain the Veer to summon it, and then they'll both become 5, because when this effect resolves,
wait, is that on
this
normal?
goes in.
Or
this is when it's normal.
That's
it's only when it's normal.
That's a pretty good combo.
If it was when it was special too, it'd be really, really good.
Right.
The other thing is too is like it lets you keep the core combo going, so you can banish a core from your grave to get another core, or now a Hers, and we weren't able to do that before. But like you get another core and then summon the Dry, and then the core and the Dry will become 5, and then you can go in. So instead of pulling this out, is that way it just lets you keep going. You'll always have a core in the grave.
So that has, how often does that combo?
A lot actually. Like most of the time, like if you can search, it's a lot easier now because you have more search power in the deck. Like you'll have the Galaxy Soldier anyway, so I understand why people drop this, especially if it's not the pure build. It makes sense, but it's another Cyber Dragon, and it does get you there, and it happens a lot too. It's also the free banish too, so we have like Rev System and this to be able to protect the Cyber Dragon. So it helps a lot. So
the next
3's
big tech.
3 is a lot, but it's nice to have. Every time I would get rid of it and I tried it, I was always I wanted it again. Your 3 Soldier,
standard.
You always need it.
Yeah.
1 Eltanin. I cited this for a while, but now that we have Cyberload again, this is searchable, and it lets you just combo into the Cyberload. So you can you can hit this, banish, or send all your opponent's monsters to the graveyard, and then Cyberload.
That's the new fusion spell.
The new quick play fusion spell.
Okay. So
and you play into it with this and the trap overflow.
Interesting.
So and it's searchable too because it's got Cyber in the name.
Right.
So that's why it's really good. And then I play 3 Ogre.
Okay, so why don't you play Ashen?
So the Ogre has more synergy in this particular deck.
Because it's a light.
1, because it's light. And 2, the way Cyber Dragons functions, because it's an OTK deck, you actually want to get rid of the actual card on there. So it's not so much about negating anything, so much as just getting it out of the way so you can kill the opponent.
Okay, interesting.
Then there was another thing with it too. The other thing I was going to say was like I would probably only play 2. But I'm poor, so I only have 1 impermanence. This would probably be a second impermanence if I had it, but the deck doesn't mind being more monster heavy just because of the Galaxy Soldiers and things like that. So you want to keep having monsters. So even if you don't need it, you can ditch it for a soldier, whatever. So it's really solid.
Would you play Ash at all instead of like the impermanence?
You could, I wouldn't do it instead of impermanence, just because impermanence being able to because you like going second so much that you can impermanence on your opponent's you can still do that going, you can still impermanence or ash something, like when your opponent goes first, you can still stop something. And then I've done it too, where it's like I impermanent something and it negated something in his column, like a spell or trap that I had to then get by to be able to kill him.
Interesting.
So the impermanence is actually really, really clutch for it. So that's it for the monsters though. First of the spells, 3 emergency.
This is like the best card.
And 2 repair plant.
Okay, so how good is repair plant?
Repair plant is better than emergency for core, because it happens a lot now because you can search the Cyber Dragon so much. It's actually the second effect of repair plant is really important now to be able to put a Cyber Dragon back so you can keep machine duplicationing. And you can keep going because once you add 2 to your hand, you only have 1 left. So being able to put 1 back is really clutch.
Interesting.
you
And
play.
this is just the better starter, right?
Yeah, like so you don't have to have anything engraved, and it's like same thing. Like you can open this in machine duplication
Right.
and get to your core, versus you wouldn't be able to do that with this.
Right.
So I would understand, and even I tried 3 of this, and actually the deck's so consistent now, you might be able to pull that off with playing.
But you
playing
prefer
pure.
2.
Yeah, just 2, because you can still only activate 1, and
Okay.
it's not a starter. But it's really important to have. So at least 2. And it'd be on preference. It's like,
Okay.
again, you have to remember this is totally pure cybers.
Okay,
Anything
right.
like that. So and then MVP card.
Oh, max rarity.
No
Oh,
question.
so nice.
This is your main power card, like this,
Okay.
and before
Right.
the new fusion, Overload fusion. It's still there. I don't play
This
Overload
card's
anymore,
so
just cause.
stupid.
But this is absolutely MVP card. Everyone knows it. Triple instant fusion.
Oh, even more max rarity.
This is another extender, and it also can unbrick your hand. So this is another
Right.
thing, like why I play dry, is because if you're going first, you can normal a dry, make it 5, and then instant fusion, and you can still make your first turn infinity.
Right.
So
for sure.
it helps as extending, and it also gets you there when you have to go first.
Right.
So that's why I do that. Even though you can only activate 1, having 2 in your hand is not the end of the world, so
Right.
it's still good. Your 1 cyber load.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the new.
So
this is the new card.
How good is this?
It's really good. I wouldn't play more than 1, but the access to it is amazing. So I don't play
Right.
Overload anymore just because of this card. And
Okay.
but it combos really well. So it combos with Eltanin ridiculously well, because you can search the Eltanin now. And then this also, like in the end phase, I comboed it with an overflow play. The guy tried to make a board, and I banished 3 machines, 3 Cyber Dragons out of my graveyard to wipe his board, and then he set 2 in the end phase. And I
Right.
just went into this, put back the core and the hers in my graveyard into the deck to then make Rampage Dragon. Rampage came out and cracked his back row, and then it became my turn, and I just killed him. So it was literally he had no board left. So I stopped
really
his board and stopped his counterplay all at the same time.
That's
It's just
really
because it's quick play, and you can do the same thing. Like you can attack
Right.
with something and then activate this, and then just kill your opponent.
Would you consider playing Overload Fusion?
It's always in the back of my mind. It's been a part of the deck for so long, and it's so
Right.
good. Like Power Bond, in my view, is bad. Because
Right.
it takes so many resources, and it's so easy to just stop one monster, especially like you power bond a Rampage Dragon and activate the effect, and they just ghost over it. It just kind of kills you. So I don't know why you would do that when you can make a Seeger and then Overload and go into Rampage and literally have the same play. A Seeger would boost it,
Right.
but this is searchable and Overload isn't.
Okay.
And Eltan is searchable, and again, Overload isn't. So
Right,
being
right.
able to have both of those together, this is the new way to go, in my mind.
Interesting.
So that works.
This is the other new next level tech, guys.
Yeah, one of for that. 1 rev system.
Okay.
You can play as many of these as you want. Like I would say 2 at the most. I only like 1 just because you don't really want to open with it. It's another great extender. If your hand's already busted, like you can use it going open. But again, it's already busted. It's not going to unbrick
right.
your hand.
Right.
So it gets you there. And again, it's another searchable card exactly like this.
Okay.
So it's good. It's good to have. So the 1 of is nice. This is my personal tech.
Okay, how good is this?
This is actually amazing. So the difference between this and this is Rev system is searchable, whereas this isn't. So that's number 1.
Okay.
But this can't get back Infinity and Nova, whereas this can.
I see.
And you can
Okay.
banish. So like if you actually like if you Eltanin and you banish your Infinity or Nova, this can
Right.
get back the banished cards. And this can get back Seeger as well, like as the Rev system can too, but it's just another one. So it's, this is another one of that. So it's like this was my Overload fusion before,
Right.
but I don't need it anymore. So instead
Right,
it became this, and it's another power play. So it's happened a lot where I've Eltanined or had the Rampage from before, and
This is basically just the second rep.
yeah, and again, it's another quick play. So I've won games just because I've brought the Nova back and then just banished the Cyber Dragon in my hand and just killed the opponent.
Right.
Or I've brought an Infinity back and absorbed whatever was in the way and had a negate. So
That's really good.
This was the same thing. So this is
Okay.
again, this is just tech. This is just a one of like that,
Right.
like throwing in there. One Reborn,
Yep.
same sort of thing. But that's sort of the idea. Is like these are all like Reborns in a way. They sort of do the same thing.
So 3 Reborn cards.
Yeah, 1 Foolish.
Foolish for core.
This, yeah, and hers now too, so
Yeah.
it gets you there, that's for sure. Double Call by the Grave,
Okay.
still amazing. Lets you OTK, stops everything you need to stop.
2 versus
It gives you, it really is too versatile. It also stops. I'd say the problematic like matchup for this is any of like the 60 card decks that play like Snow and things like that, because they can grind. Cybers have a hard time grinding. So this helps really stop that. Like I would still be playing 3 if I could. And then the traps, I play double overflow
Yep.
and an impermanence. So like I said, if I had a second impermanence, I would play it, but I
Would
just
you
don't have it.
consider evenly matched?
Yeah, I would want to side evenly matches. Probably the harder matchups for this deck would be like Altergeist and then like True Draco.
Right.
I would say Altergeist first. Like
So you
Altergeist
don't
is probably the
feel
hardest
like
one.
you need to main it though.
No, like because you already go second so much as it is,
Right.
and you answer people's boards so well. So the evenly match is just for those heavy stun decks
Right.
that really cancel out all of your plays. So it's like as long as you don't get interrupted, the deck can break any board.
Right,
But
right.
Altergeist does such a good job of that's when it starts getting okay. We might need a little more
Yeah.
in there to help with that. This card certainly game 1 helps against them. That's why I play 2.
Overflow is
Yeah,
so
that's why I
good.
play 2 actually. And then at the same time, I've had this even without targets. You set it and it gets cracked. I mean,
Right,
It lets you
yeah,
search again and things like that. And permanence really is. It's even better for Cyber Dragons than it is, I would say, for like normal decks, just because it's a trap that you can activate from your hand. Cybers are all about going first. So
Yeah.
being able to stop your opponent when they go first. Break apart, like not let them have their ending board, their optimal ending board. It lets it so much. It makes it so much easier just to be able to kill them.
Yep. That's the exact function of a hand trap.
Yeah, so that's why that's really good. So that's the main,
All right.
and the main, I've loved it actually. It's been super solid.
Right.
So the Zeeds are,
Okay.
I play Pleiades, 2 Nova, and
Do you
2
like?
Infinity.
Do you like Pleiades?
Yeah, so I actually just finished the game actually, and he made me go first, as you should. And my ending board was the Hip Hosh Shenanigan, however you
right.
pronounce that guy, with an Infinity and a Pleiades being pointed to.
Oh,
So at the
okay.
same time, so it's like I can't make 2 Infinity, it's illegal.
Right, yeah.
And this is still quick. So
Right.
I still really like it. I've seen a bunch of guys too, like they drop the Infinity and something else for a Vocal Source and a Thunder Charger.
Right.
You can totally do that. It's just I'm playing like Magnet Reverse, and
Right,
things like
yeah,
that. So
yeah.
I can bring Novas back and do things like that. So I still play the second Infinity.
By the way, does Infinity have a level?
No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But at the same time, you know what? I've been told otherwise. So maybe not. Maybe it just like it has the greatest levels of all
it has
time.
stars on it.
Yeah, I think it has the greatest levels of all time. Now that you mention it,
Yeah.
infinite levels.
Oh my God, you're right.
It always has infinite levels.
That's incredible.
And then the fusions, double
Yeah.
Panzer.
Okay.
I play triple instant fusion, so I have to play
Right.
ace 2.
You
and
don't
then
want it being dead.
right, and then low key too. If I have to, I have drawn the third instant. In which case, I've Cyber Repair Planet and put one of these
Yeah.
back. So it
Would
does
you
happen.
consider cutting it down to 1 then, because like you can shuffle it back?
No, just because it puts too much burden on the repair plant, and like the burden on the repair plant has already gone up to the point where I have to put Cyber Dragons back.
Right.
More often than not, whereas like before maybe, but if I cut this, then I would cut the instant fusion 2 down to 2, and I don't want to do that. So
For sure.
I make room for that. Double Mega Fleet. This is he's
broken.
pretty sweet new tech.
Yeah, it's not even.
He lets you do
tech,
things
it's
you weren't
just
able to do
so
before.
good.
Yeah, like having the 2. I love having the 2, and I play 1 Fortress 2.
Okay.
I feel like that's sort of the new standard on that. Really.
Yeah, I think that's the new like standard rate.
I messed around with it and I came to this, but I came to this on testing, not because of what
Right,
someone
right.
told me, but it seems like that seems to be really solid. And the extra deck space, it was never really all that tight before, but it is now.
Right, yeah.
And you want to have it. So, and then the 1 Rampage,
Yeah.
he full on wins games.
So,
He's so
this
good.
is the card that that pops spells and traps.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, so you go on that. There's a couple other like splash cards you can do with it,
It
but
makes
the
going
fact
first-
that Cyberload is quick play, and like I said in that earlier combo,
Right.
whereas I made this in the end phase and cracked the guy's spells
Right.
and traps, it was
Would you
retarded.
consider playing super? Well, no, you don't need super colony in the deck.
No, like you could, but it's just one of those things that's floating around.
Right, right.
And that was the reason why I dropped Overload
Right.
to begin with. Even though I love Overload Fusion, I've played it for so long. But now with Cyberload, you can search it. You don't
Right.
have to worry about like not being able to open it or something like that. So I can just get it when I need it.
Right.
That was always really good. So, and when I played Overload, I played 2 of these, but I don't have to anymore. It's another reason why I played the Magnet Reverse is I can get this back.
right.
Magnet Reverse gets me get like the Nova and Infinities
Yeah,
back.
that's
It lets me
really
get this
good.
back too.
Yeah.
So and the Panzer if I have to. So
Right,
the
right.
Magnet Reverse has actually been really cool, just like as a tech.
Right.
So I really like it for that. And then the links, I play a Link Karibo because you can just summon hers and go into this and search,
Right.
get a search off real quickly. And he's annoying, especially when you put an Infinity
Yeah.
behind him. It's really
Right.
annoying for the opponent to get over him. The hip, he is hip.
He is pretty hip.
He really is. Like he lets you keep grinding. That was sort of the problem before.
Right.
So I had it before, whereas he let me pick a core back up, and he's let me pick a hers back up.
Right. And
after
then
he gets
And
destroyed.
you kind of snowball from there.
Right, and it keeps going back to be able to have another follow-up combo. He's insurance for that, and then the fact that board that I made with Infinity and Pleiades there, they both had 3,000 attack points with them on board. So that's no joke. That's really good. The Genius. He's really good because he lets you go. He's the only one that lets you go. Like I can contact and make like a mega fleet and then have like another Cyber Dragon here, and then instead of leaving the fusion blocking my zone, I can just link into this, and then go off into that. And then he also shuts down problematic cards, so it's like he shuts off multi-roll, man. Like,
That's really good. Actually.
he shuts it off, so in the end phase you don't keep getting stuff back. It's just till the end of the turn.
Okay.
But it shuts off like they stop for a turn, which sometimes like that's all you need. So just having a free something to be able to go that, and every once in a while it does also happen where you're able to pull the Machine Dupe combo off and get another level 5 from his other effect. So he's actually really legit. I would always try to keep him in here. It'd be really sad if I had to drop him, but I don't think I will ever. And then the one Seeger.
Yeah.